Hot Fuzz, released in 2007, has a runtime of 2 hours and 1 minute. This R-rated movie has elements of action, comedy, and mystery. Written and directed by Edgar Wright, also written and starring Simon Pegg, this movie is rated pretty appropriately at 7.8 out of 10 on IMDb, 4.4 out of 5 on Google Reviews, and 91 and 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. This movie was nominated and won a few Best British and UK Comedy Awards.
Yes, I am.
I'm Joyce Cooper. I trust you had a pleasant trip. Fascist.
For this review, I'm actually going to recommend that you go and watch this movie for yourself before watching this review because of how good I think that this movie is. I will not be spoiling this movie with a plot synopsis, but I will be giving a brief overview of the story and why I think this movie is so good.
Well, actually, I could probably make my own way up. Hag.
This is about a police officer in London named Nicholas Angel. He is so good at his job as a police officer that the rest of the police force looks bad, and they all decide to send him to a little village to get rid of him. There doesn't appear to be any crime in the small village, but as time goes on, there are a number of murders that lead him to a full-on investigation. This movie really succeeds with a comedy because of the circumstances that lead up to the jokes and the actual punchlines for the jokes. For example, this movie has excellent callback jokes.
Relaya, maybe he's trying to hide something.
Mr. Treacher.
In the opening scene, he says, "hag" to this woman, and we are led to believe he is calling her a hag, when in fact it is then revealed that this was a solution to a line on a crossword puzzle. Then, much later in the movie, he calls the same woman a hag in a mean context, and then shoots her. Another great example of this is the big coat guy. This movie has great characters too. The development between the two protagonists is great because it actually feels like they're becoming friends and value each other because of the actions and teamwork that they have and the progression and changes they make for themselves and for each other. This movie has so many great points, and I recommend that you watch this movie at some point. And for that, I give this movie 9 out of 10 swans.